What up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to take this crappy dollar store hockey mask and turn it into something a little more like this. Take it out. Alright, first thing we gotta do is cut these crappy straps off. We don't need those. Although that is good elastic, so I'm gonna save it for later for something maybe. The thing I want to do is, it's a little too round for my liking. It looks too much like a circle. I want it to stay in more of a face type shape. So we're gonna take just a heat gun, put it on the low setting so that it doesn't freaking melt the plastic too quickly, and just heat the sucker up and bend it, and we're gonna hold it till it cools. Shouldn't take long. Gun is, you got to make sure you keep it moving. If you keep it in one spot too long, you will melt your stuff. No problem. Alright, thing's pretty warm. Just sit and curl it up. Burrito that sucker. Cool down just a little bit. And there we go. That's something a little closer to what I like. So, now we've got that done. We can... There's technically supposed to be more holes all the way up and around it and whatnot. I'm not going to get that specific on it. It's just going to be like a take on a Jason mask. But I'm going to sand it down just a little bit with the rotary tool so the paint will stick to it a little better. And then we're going to go outside and blast it with some white spray paint. It's impossible to screw this part up because he's been whacked over the face so many years by so many different objects that his mask is screwed up. So if you put a big dink in it or something, it's fine. Now I'm thinking about it, I actually want to cut a section out. Let's just use the scissors for this, because it doesn't got to be perfect. When you're facing it, I want it to be on this side, so just take crappy plastic. Perfect. Sweet. I'll sand that down a little bit just so it's not got sharp edges so I don't poke myself. Yay for no sharp edges. Alright, let's run it outside and blast it with some white spray paint. Alright guys, so we've added our white base coat and it already looks a whole bunch better than the glow in the dark, even on the back side because it's pretty much see-through. It's Phoenix, so my stuff dried almost instantly, which is good. So we're just going to do a simple little bit of a thing. We're going to take some water. That's all it's in here. This brush still has a little gray on it from when I was doing the gravestones. Apparently. Add a little bit of yellow to that. Same with the water. We're going to smooch it around on this a little bit so that we don't get all the thing on there. We're going to add some yellow all over this guy. And all this is doing is giving him the hue. He's not, it's not perfect white. It's got that tinge to it. I would have been smart just grabbing my paper towels. Apparently I forgot that, so I'm going to try your darndest to get this stuff off. It's going to give them a little bit of a yellow hue. Should be using a paper towel, but I didn't want to search that long, so I think it needs to be a little more yellow in certain spots. I'm going to take a little touch more yellow. Like I want them a little more yellow right in here. You want places where it's going to be worn the most. His breath is coming out of right here. These highlights, they're going to be the most worn. These strips are fine, don't worry. The cracks are going to yellow a lot because of oxidation and stuff like that. It's what we call being artfully sloppy. There we go. He's got a nice little yellow hue to him now. Makes him look a lot better. I want to add the same thing we just did, but with a little bit of gray. Oh, by the way, all these colors are just like 50-cent, 75-cent things you can get at Walmart. You can get them at all sorts of places. Blast that with the heat gun real quick just to give it a little bit of a dry. And this is just acrylic paint, so if it gets too dry, you can just water it down and it'll come off pretty much. Well, so you can get really good effects out of putting on paint that's thinned down, letting it dry a little bit, and then trying your damnedest to get that paint off. You get these smudges and it just makes it look worn and used, and it's starting to get finally where I want it. Let's add a little more darkness right in here. I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Rust Red or something like that. And it looks really good for dried blood. So I like to just take little bits of it with some water. There's a little nice little section. I just like this rust red in certain parts. Not everywhere, but just certain. Little smudges like that. So you dry just a little too much, just take some water. Alright, apparently my camera decided to shut off on me and die, and I didn't realize it while I was painting and filming because I'm a one-man crew. So, all I did was I added a black wash to it like we did the yellow. I did a red one, I did a gray one, I did a few different colors of washes. Another layer of yellow so that it has that old look to it. This I just taped off and did with a couple coats of red. Just plain red, nothing special about it, not even watered down. Now we're going to move on to our straps. I've basically just taken, this is stretchy elastic. You can get this at like everywhere. You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at every hobby store. It's in the sewing section. And I basically just copied what we had there. Remember, it had a little extra on the ends of it, so I put a little extra. Might be a little big, but it's okay. Other than that, sort of going to hot glue the sucker. Let's see how it goes. Now you could sew this, but I don't know how to sew, and I don't have a sewing machine, so Alright, here we are, guys. It's been about an hour. Hasn't taken that long, actually, to paint this one. It takes longer for the stuff to dry than it does for it actually to be done. My camera, I'm upset that it screwed up and died on me, but it's okay. All we did was paint these things. It's just regular acrylic paint. Oh, let me grab one. This thing, here we go. Boom. Get these at Walmart. You can get them anywhere. They're like 50 cents. But, yeah. This is a lot better than the glow-in-the-dark version that we started out with. I've been the XulNerd. This is Pathological Props. Have a good one.